Hello, people. It seems we have returned for another, well, I guess I wouldn't really say day, more like another night on Dinosaur Island. Here we go. Over near the dry wasteland, something begins moving. Here we see a Dilophosaurus, but not just any Dilophosaur, the same one from the previous episode that killed the Pachyrhinoceros. Now, it has been quite a while since he's been on the island, so he's actually not alone. He actually begins to call for something. And that something comes into view. It is a female Dilophosaurus, blue in color and with nice red crests with a sort of dark outline on them. We will call the darker one, aka the male, Cyclone, and we will call the bluish female one Typhoon, since we're going off the whole stormy kind of type of thing, and also because she's blue. The two begin to communicate with one another. They seem to have spotted a possible prey item. Since Dilophosaurs have been sort of outcompeted on the island by many larger predators like Utahraptor, Dromaeosaur, and many other creatures, finding food has been quite difficult, and they've had to go for many risky plays. But they may have spotted something. And that particular something comes into view. It is a Stiggy Moloch. The same one from, well, not really the same one, but it's one from Jurassic World. If you don't recognize this type of dinosaur, it's like the one from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. You know, the one that attacked the guys in the elevator? As you can see, it's a lone it's a lone Stiggy Moloch, which isn't a good thing in these parts, since a lot of carnivorous scavengers, like our Dilophosaur friends, roam this area. It seems to be looking for a patch of grass or greenery, but considering that this is sort of a wasteland, I don't think it's going to find anything. Perhaps it's trying to migrate to a different area. But its migration might be cut short because our little friends are viewing it as a prey item. The two are biding their time for now, but at any moment they could strike and it will become catastrophic. In fact, they're going to strike right now. Typhoon has just pinned down the Stiggy Moloch and is calling for Cyclone to attack. It seems the two have just killed the Stiggy Moloch. The Stiggy Moloch had died to a fatal bite wound to the neck. When it fell to the ground, it was pinned down by Typhoon, and Cyclone bit its neck. Anyway, with this feast, the two begin to consume the dead Stiggy Moloch. As the two begin feeding on their new kill, the smell and fresh blood in these desolate wastelands is becoming very enticing. It begins to draw in something new. Cryolophosaurus. Found in the Arctic, this guy is huge. He could probably even take down a Utahraptor if he could try. A singular Utahraptor, or maybe even two Utahraptors. This guy is not something to mess around with. With his giant claws and his bone-crushing jaw, he could kill anything, really. Well, anything that's similar to his size. Anyway, he smells the blood and decides to go to it. The two have come face to face, or rather, well, yeah, the two have come face to face with him. Instead of actually trying to attack them, he's going to use intimidation to try to scare them off. Even though he may be outnumbered, the two of them are, well, they're pretty scared of him because he's pretty big. However, the two are not intimidated in even the slightest, and in fact, they are ready to fight. Typhoon just grabs onto the Cryolophosaurus head, and the Cryolophosaurus shakes her off. But Cyclone seizes this moment and jumps onto the Cryolophosaurus' back. The Cryolophosaurus is shaking off Cyclone. With Typhoon now on the ground, the Cryolophosaurus turns towards her and begins charging. Oh dear, something bad may have just happened. The Cryolophosaurus just snapped Typhoon's leg and turns around to go and face Cyclone. In a crazy turn of events, Cyclone got the upper hand of the dim-witted Cryolophosaur and bit the back of his neck, killing it instantly. Cyclone quickly comes to help his mate. However, she is okay. Her leg may be heavily injured, but she will be fine. A few days and she'll be back up and running. Cyclone helps her up. Her leg is severely injured, but she will make it. The two of them begin to hug in their own reptilian way, and they begin to walk to their sort of nest area where she can recuperate and heal. However, before the two can go back to their nest, they decided to head over to this small little watering dish, I guess you could say. It's a little watering spot where they can both take a drink of water and recuperate. Cyclone goes in first and takes a sip of the water that's almost gone due to the recent drought, but it'll be fine. The waters will come back soon. He begins to sort of bathe in the water. The water is very rejuvenating to Cyclone. He steps out of the water to let his mate go in, Typhoon. The soothing water on her, stinging wound is very nice. She takes a sip of water and washes her leg, which was bitten by the Cryolophosaur in the water, just to make sure that everything gets soaked in and it doesn't get infected. She then steps out of the water, dries herself off, and reunites with her mate. Although it's been a tough night, the two of them will recuperate, and they decide to head back to the den. Anyway, with this, it ends our, I believe, 8th episode of Dinosaur Island. So, thank you for watching, and tune in for more dinosaur action. Peace!